Are live right now. Um, okay, great. So hi, Jasmine, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you doing? And happy Eid or Eid Mubarak to everybody.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you're in the city of wonders right now, and I'm sure your Eid is like everyone's like celebrating. Um, it must be beautiful.
I guess it is, but to be quite honest with you, I haven't seen any of it. Yeah, I haven't actually. I'm not sure what I've been doing. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I've just been busy, yeah, at
Okay.
home. Yeah. So I haven't, I know normally it is lovely, isn't it? Like the lights and maybe fireworks and things, but it might be a bit different this year because of COVID as well.
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't seem the same, that's for sure.
But there's still people outside, right?
Probably, yeah, probably.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
probably still
yeah,
outside, still doing their thing, whatever,
yeah.
whatever is happening. I'm sure there's still a lot happening.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
I should know. But oh, I
Yeah.
like that. Oh, what's that at the back? That's cool.
Oh, I just put a rainbow background and I hold on
Oh,
to get rid of the logo because I did a live session with Paul last week. He's a grammar detective. Um
a
and
grammar detective.
yes, oh my God, this guy knows way too much grammar. I'm like, okay, too much.
Oh, no way.
Amazing. He like literally just um he just opens up everything for you. And I'm just like, whoa, that's too much, you know? He's
Yeah.
amazing. He's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean today's been like really tough. I know we had this planned already 2 weeks ago, but it was so difficult saying yes to today's life. At my
Really?
end, especially because it was just, I had a late night, I was at friend's house, and then it was just too much happening over the weekend as well. And I was like, I really want to sleep in. I do not want to get up. But
Yes,
thank you so
yes.
much for sending me the message as a reminder and then being my motivation to get up and go like, no, let's do it.
But I know exactly where you're coming from because it's like with so many things I do in my life, my instinct is I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it today. That's always my first thought about practically everything I do in my life, And then if you can just motivate yourself or get yourself to do it, you're always glad you've done it. Most of the time, aren't you? You're glad you've done it. But it's just that motivation or dedication. I mean, what is it? I don't know, but it's tough, especially in the morning, the first thing. So it is hard. If you don't forget, it's the evening for me. So it's definitely easier in the evening to motivate yourself than the morning. No, so yeah, that is pure dedication, I'd say, because you could have easily said no.
No, I want to sleep in. I've got things to do. For me, I'm a very morning person. Like we've talked about it before as well. I'm a very morning person. But it's just that, today is Sunday as well. It's a long weekend over here, so we also have Monday off. And then since Monday, one of my best friend's getting married actually this month. So there's a lot of preparations, going on. So I was at her house last night, and the night before. So we kind of did not finish till about 3-4 in the morning, just prepping up, just talking, right? And I just did not want to get up today. Like I wanted when I just wanted to sleep in. And I saw your text. I'm like, oh my God, yes, it's a commitment. Can I say no to her because she's a friend?
Of course you can. You can say no anytime.
I could, but then I thought, if I say no, what else am I going to be doing in this hour?
I know. And the funny thing is, when you do say no, then that will probably make me think, oh, I can say no when I'm not really in the mood as well. And then I'll say no. And then before you know it, we haven't done it for 2-3 months. And then it goes like that, doesn't it? If you miss one, actually, sometimes if you miss one, that stops. It's amazing.
Yes.
It might not stop it, but it can do. I know what you mean, but there's no pressure though. I'm not saying that for the pressure, but it is funny how if you don't keep it up, it's so easily with anything in life, with anything.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
it was not. It wasn't pressure from you. It was just the pressure that I was putting on myself. Because I
Yeah.
know you, I could have just told you, and you were being nice enough. You were like, "Listen, we can always do it in 2 weeks." And for a minute, I thought, I'm like, "Yeah, we can." But I was like, "No, Maha, if you don't get up right now." And I last week I remember saying that you are the only show that I'm doing now, right? So
Yeah.
to break up that consistency at all, unless it's
Wow.
a matter of life and death.
Of course.
World's coming to an end. But
Mm.
other than that, even
It's
if I'm
amazing.
about, I will take that time out because that's a promise that I
Wow.
made myself.
Wow.
More
No,
than
that's amazing. That's amazing because when you wrote that about consistency, I thought, wow, actually, and I thought, yeah, that's amazing. And then it made me think, yeah, no, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And even if it is for like 30 minutes, it can be from 30 minutes to an hour. We can stop at 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be an hour, long one every time. It's just see how it sort of goes. Because when you think, okay, it's just 30 minutes, that's easier as well.
Yes, it does. It does. So what were your plans for today, besides doing the live?
So what have I been doing today? Well, actually, this morning, I got up and went for a swim, which was
Good job.
yeah. So, and I thought, right, I've got to do this every morning now. I'm not going to just wake up, what I normally do, think about it, talk myself out of it for about an hour, and then feel really bad the whole day. I thought, no, I'm going to do it. Yeah, because normally I think about it, and then I just waste so much time thinking about should I go down or reasons why I don't need to go down. But this morning I thought I'm not even thinking about it. I'm going. And it's just amazing how 30 minutes swim. I mean, I've never in Dubai, most places have pools, don't they? But I've never really used the pool. But now I'm going to try because it just 30 minutes going down. God, it changes your mood and everything. Everything.
It
I
does.
need it. Yes, we did that. And then
I'm just thinking about that little voice. I'm sure you have that little voice in your head as well. Everybody has a little voice in their head that tells them to do things, and then there's a bigger little voice that tells you not to do things.
Yes, and we call that the saboteur in coaching. It's called the saboteur.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, maybe we can talk about that whenever you like. That's quite important as well. Yeah, it's a saboteur because it's part of us, but it's the voice that wants to keep you where you are, keep you safe. And we have so many. And what we did in coaching is we've all got some scary, awful saboteurs, and in coaching we did sessions and we learned to name them, draw them. And when you do that, they become a bit smaller because otherwise sometimes they're just like huge and overwhelming. But if you name them, and we do exercises with them, tell them to go away and things like that, acknowledge them, it does help. But still, it's that they're always going to be there,
So, these are pretty big voices, right? These are not small voices. They're not as little as a little voice in your head. They're bigger than the little voice. Because they overpower you, right?
Yeah. And it's like when I went on unpaid leave, I made that decision to go on unpaid leave. So I was really out of my comfort zone.
Right.
And I remember I was talking to my coach and she said, your saboteurs will be like having a party now. It's going, because I said, look, I'm finding it really hard. Every day I wake up and I'm like, oh no, and there's all these voices like, what have you done? You've made a mistake. It's all going to go wrong. And I just don't even want to get up because I just can't. And I was speaking to her about it, and she was like, no, this is how it goes when you're really out of your comfort zone. So they're all going to come and try and like put you back to where you were. And when we were talking about it, even though it was just terrible anyway, those saboteurs, talking about it did help, because had I not known that or been reminded of that, I probably would have thought, I need to go back to the job. I can't do this, because I wouldn't have known. I would have just thought, I would have believed those voices. It's still been like a massive struggle, but knowing what they are has really helped, and knowing not to believe them.
Okay, I am going to. Okay. Well, there's a lot of people over here. Obviously, they're just also kind of messaging. They're saying hi, both ladies. Eid Mubarak to you, and
Very strong.
for watching. Thank you very much. Yeah, did you hear that one?
I'm British. That's why.
Welcome back after Eid holidays, and somebody wants to know if I have a paid course. Then yeah, it's all Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. So
Yes.
yeah, so our topic for today is dedication.
Wow, I like that. That's a great topic.
And I think what do we need to stay dedicated? Is that the right way? Is it the right question? Or how do you stay dedicated?
What are you dedicated to, or what helps you? What motivates you to know? What helps you stay dedicated? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No.
So kind of. So I'm just trying to. I'm trying to think. Because dedication towards something means you have to have a lot of motivation. So you have to be self-motivated somehow, and also know that it is be responsible.
I guess what is dedication? Maybe it's different for everybody else.
That's a good question.
What is dedication? And then maybe you can tell us what it is for you, and we can, and me, and we can, yeah.
So what is dedication?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yes. So if there's anybody who thinks they know what dedication is, then please, talk to us. Let us know. And please, as I have mentioned before, if you have not followed with on her Instagram, on her Facebook, that's how the Facebook logo looks, her branding.
Wow.
Please, yes, so that's with Nava asking you what dedication, right?
Yeah.
We got our ticker going on as well.
Thanks.
I am very dedicated to this show.
Yes, we are dedicated to this show. Yeah. So what is dedication for you, Maha?
I guess it's to do a lot with your passion.
Wow.
If you are not passionate about something, and when I say something, I mean life, right? So I might be wrong, but in my eyes, if I have the passion to wake up every morning to go to work, if I have the passion to get up every morning and live my day to the fullest, I think I have a lot of dedication in general.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But to stay motivated, sometimes it's difficult because you might have a dedication to do something, but those
saboteurs.
I don't know how it spells though, so I'm going to Google it. It's going to be easier for me to say it. So saboteurs are going to basically...
I'll message it to you.
Thank you. So the saboteurs basically just, they're there. So I'm not saying they are kind of, they don't make your dedication any less, but they make it a little difficult for you to stay dedicated at times.
Yes, definitely. And most people don't really, I'd never heard of the word saboteur. I know it sounds like sabotage, but I'd never heard of actually a saboteur before I did the coaching. So I think it's not really a word that you hear unless you're in coaching. Yeah. So no, you're right, but it's so nice to hear other people talk about those voices or those saboteurs, because I think that is the key thing, is talking about it, because when you talk about it to other people, you realize everybody has these saboteurs, everybody's dealing with this, and And it just makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? Like, because then you don't feel so alone and isolated. And yeah.
In our pranic healing, we call them elementals.
Oh, really? So it's the same concept, but just different name.
Different name. And your elementals are basically just your, they're little beings that live within your cells, right? That stop you from doing things. So any sort of disorders that, okay, I'm not saying that not being dedicated is a disorder, but what I mean to say is if, any sort of issues that you might have, any blockages that you might have, any little thoughts, big voices, little voices, is because you have those elementals, and they're just beings that live within you that you need to remove.
Yeah, parts of us. They're parts of us. Yeah.
Initially, I just thought, what is this cuckoo stuff? It doesn't make sense. But it's just names given to thoughts, and those strong thoughts and those weak thoughts that make us do things. There is something in us that makes us do things, right? Even when we want to move our hands.
Of course. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, and I think, but yeah, I guess dedication is, listening to those saboteurs, but doing what you're going to do anyway. I mean, that's dedication. Not listening to those saboteurs.
Right.
I mean, that's hard. I mean, that's hard, isn't it? Like today with you, I mean, that must have been, for that moment, it must have been really hard, but you made that decision. Yeah.
It's been in my mind since yesterday, okay? And I could have easily,
really,
yes, but I was like, you know what? Maybe she forgot, right? Because I was going through so much myself.
Yeah.
And that bigger voice in me kept on saying, do not message Jasmine. Do not tell her that you've had a busy week. Do not tell her what's going on, because if you do, you are letting that moment that's been blocked take a different direction. Just don't do it, right?
Wow.
It would have taken me 1 second to send you a text, before the weekend began, saying, hey, this is going to be a long weekend. Do you think we can postpone it? That voice that stopped me from doing this was much bigger than my saboteur. The one that was telling me to.
Your inner self won.
Yes, it did.
Which is amazing.
Yes. So I've been up for a while, but then I was waiting for you to text me, because if you didn't, I'm like, oh, she didn't,
Yeah. I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there.
Yeah.
But I just think it's great that you fought against it, or whatever the word is. You dedicate. I don't know what the word is, but because it is hard, and I think that happens in so many areas of my life. Like it's like nearly, if I don't have to do it. Of course, if it's your job or something like that, then you can't really. You have to, so you've already decided, haven't you? But things where there's a choice, I find that really hard, even if it's something that I actually like doing. It's just hard to get out and get up and get ready and make an effort, isn't it? Sometimes it is.
But tell me something. Why is it that we don't have a choice, or we choose not to say no just because we're getting paid to do something? But it's the money that's coming in cash, in a paper form, right? Why do we have to put up a show just because we need to get paid from whoever's paying us? But then when it's things to do with us, which I know long term are going to pay us back in many different ways, why do we get so
I know.
Why do we give ourselves the choice at that time? Why can't we just go like, no, just as I am dedicating myself to my work because it pays me, I should be dedicating myself to the thoughts and the ideas or the work that I want to do for myself. So is the dedication to work false or fake in comparison to the one in real life?
I think, I don't know if it is. I know what you're saying. It's a hard question. I mean, kind of, because it's not like we're not choosing to be dedicated. We're having to be dedicated, but then we don't really have to, because you could actually, nobody's dragging you there, are they?
but they're paying you, right? So I
But
guess
they're paying you. Yeah.
the biggest reason why we end up not saying no is because we know the money is coming that way.
Yeah. And especially if you're depending on all of it.
Yeah. So does that make you a slave in a way?
Probably, yeah. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What do our viewers think? It's a hard question, though. It's a hard question.
It is. And I'm gonna put that up as are you a slave? I'm sorry, it's might come out as harsh for some, but the question is, are you a slave to your job?
Oh, right. Okay. Are you a slave to your job? Wow.
Not like slave, like, you know.
No, maybe, yeah. Are you a slave to your job? Wow. I think a lot of people are, Maha. I really, really do. And even if they have a really, really well paid job, you know, because it's not about how much money you earn, actually, is it? Because you see people who are earning, you know, a great salary, but then they're always at the office.
Then I've got another question that's kind of like boggling my mind when getting into this is,
Yeah.
is your dedication fake? It's possible to have a fake dedication.
But fake to who? To you or to everyone else?
To you, because you're dedicated to work because it's paying you.
But you don't. Does it depend on? Because some people enjoy their job and it's paying them.
Right.
So does it mean if you don't enjoy your job, but you can't find another one and you have to stay there and you're going because you're desperate? Is that fake? I don't know.
Yeah. Or maybe it has different degrees, you know, degrees of dedication.
Yeah, yeah, possibly. Do you think your dedication's fake?
No, I think because when I wrote that question out, I was thinking it for myself as well, right?
Yeah.
I think it's more to do with the degree of dedication that you have towards something. Not a degree as in like, you know, a bachelor's or a master's, but degree as in the strength or the importance.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So I think the degrees of dedication kind of change depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, and why you're doing it.
And why you're doing it. So half the time we are really dedicated to work, to our family. I mean, we can't compare work and family, but you know, anything related to work and moving forward and things like that. But most of the time, you know, anything that's ours and that we're not getting paid for, we take it for granted. And we rather let go of it because we can.
Yeah.
Which is really sad, because that in turn doesn't allow us or help us to go further in life, because we take our own selves for granted.
Yeah. What, and do you mean, and that just keeps us where we are?
Yes.
Same space.
Like I easily could have taken you for granted today and you for me. So when I came back to you, said, give me 15 minutes, I'm getting up, right? And I asked you, I said, what are you going to do after? You know, I'm just going to watch a movie. I'm like, no, I'm getting up, right?
I know. So but look how easy it was for me to, I was just like, right, okay, then. I didn't even say, oh, come on. Like, I was just, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't take me much either to lose it, you know.
Exactly. So I think it's when it comes to, you know, our own personal goals or our own personal journeys, you can say the life path that we've chosen or the journey that we're kind of on, just because it's not paying us. We just think it as like, okay, maybe it's just a hobby.
Wow.
So people probably, so as I'm speaking, the words are coming to me. So your hobby, right? So this is my hobby, being online and all that stuff. It's becoming your hobby too. But the dedication that I have for work, just because it pays me, sometimes overtakes my hobby, which I think is not fair.
I know, you're right. I know, of course. And I think so many other people as well, because they do just end up thinking about the money. And then you're thinking about the money, 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 and you're probably not even spending it in a way that makes you happy either. But you're just on that treadmill as it again, and you're not really thinking, and you're just thinking, okay, money, it's got to be the most important thing, you know. And you probably don't even enjoy it when you spend it, and all of these things. And it's really important what you're saying, really, like putting money first, when actually money by itself it's not fulfilling. But then we do need it. But it's very complex, isn't it? Thinking about it's like what mental health, you've got to feel okay in yourself, physical health, exercise is fulfilling for me, I think. Exercise. I think you need a clear mind. You need to stop and have a clear mind. And for me, the only way I can get that is with exercise.
Right.
And then I can think about things. But whereas if you're just working, I don't think you have time to even think about anything. You just keep going.
True. And then I'm sure a lot of us have a lot of dreams and plans and things that we want to do, things we want to achieve. We give ourselves those timelines. Okay, like in 3 months, I want to do this. In a month, I want to do this. And then your little saboteurs.
Yeah, saboteurs.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah, saboteur.
Okay, saboteurs. I'll have to say it a few times. So your little saboteurs somehow just overpower you just because they're money dependent, I feel. Your little saboteurs, when it comes to stuff like that, they're the ones who depend on money, or you making that money more than you actually are.
Probably, because they're keeping you in the safe, secure place, comfort zone.
Yes. And they're like, okay, this thing is not paying you. Why?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Possibly. They just want to keep you where you are, in your comfort zone, where nothing magical happens, actually. Nothing happens. But you just see it all the time. And now, because I've done the coaching and I know about my saboteurs, and obviously I'm working on them, it's going to be a lifelong journey, probably. But now when I talk to other people sometimes, and we might have a conversation, oh, what about that? What about that? And they say something and I think, that's not them, that's their saboteur. And they don't even know it. And it's stopping them and keeping them where they're stuck, where they are. It's not even true what they're saying. It's a limited belief, or it's a saboteur. But I'm not going to say, that's your saboteur, am I? It's not my, I would never say that to anybody unless they asked me, or unless they wanted a coach session. I would never, or my family, maybe, my mum, maybe I'll tell her. But it's not something you can go around telling people, It's just like, wow, and you just see it all the time. You're like, wow.
Oh, so you wouldn't tell them that this is their saboteur?
No, because not unless we were having a session, or they knew I was a coach and asked me something. Because even when we did our training, they said to us, you can't coach people if they don't know they're being coached, and I think, that's true, really. So if somebody asked me, or then of course I would, but I would never say it. I think it's not really my place. What do you think? People don't want to be told what to do or how to behave.
I usually just say it.
Do you really? What, to anybody though? Yeah. But imagine somebody you don't know very well, and then they say, oh, that's your saboteur. They'll be like, are you crazy? Imagine.
To just anybody, but then if they're my friends and we're just chit-chatting, or they're good acquaintances, I would probably end up putting in my 2 cents. I don't know.
Would you really? Yeah. I don't know. It depends who. Yeah, I guess it depends who. Because I've kind of, even talking about coaching sometimes with some people,
right,
I could see that they don't, they don't want to know. They're not interested. So I guess it depends who. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I guess again, yeah, you're right. Depends on who it is.
Yeah.
And how much you can say to them. Like, I know I have at times at work said stuff,
Have
right?
you really?
Yeah.
Did it go well?
Yeah, it did.
Really? Really?
Calm and composed. I'm like, breathe in, breathe out. So why exactly did you say that? Think about it, And then I also kind of show them, or whoever it is. I mean, these are people that I see kind of, what do you call it, on a regular daily basis. So I don't have
Okay.
to necessarily be friends with them. I chit chat, right? So if they
Yeah,
do something, I kind of cross question them. Go like, why exactly did you say that? Why do you feel that way, right? Or what? I can't think of an example right now.
yeah.
I am kind of known to just say it there and then, so they can reflect on it instantly. Because a
Wow.
lot of us, a lot of times just say stuff without thinking. I do it too.
Yeah. And sometimes it's nice actually when someone does that to me. They say something and I'm like, wow, I'm glad you said that, because I didn't actually notice, because you don't always notice yourself, do you? Which I probably do that, but I just mean coaching questions, maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, but you're right. It is beneficial. I'm kind of, sometimes at the time I think, oh, I don't like that. But then after I think, I'm glad, because now I know.
Yeah. And half the time I don't do it for them. I do it for my own self. I don't do it for them, or
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't do it because I want to make somebody feel bad, but I do it for myself. So this is kind of like a reassurance to myself, or just a rechecking of my own belief system, maybe my own values, maybe it's whatever it is. So I'm kind of like reconfirming. So if I see somebody doing wrong, I'll give you a very small example. If I see somebody doing wrong, I will say it, not because I want them to stop doing it, is because I'm telling myself this is wrong and I should not be accepting it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is
Right?
okay.
I
So
put
what, you're accepting it by what? If you listen to it, you're accepting it, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Becomes a part of your saboteur, because you have to think about it. So it goes and sits inside you. So if you see something wrong happening, now that you've mentioned the word saboteur, I'm just going to love it, right? So if you see something happening, if you see something wrong happening, right? You see it, so that means a visual is created in your mind that is going to go sit and live in your subconscious for the rest of your existence. If you know it was wrong, you've allowed that visual to sit the way it was without you saying anything to it. But if you've instantly condemned it, that visual that's created also has, you condemning it at the same time.
Yeah, something else attached to it. Yeah.
Something else attached to it. So you will constantly, your subconscious will remember this was wrong, this was wrong, this was wrong, right? Because the way our subconscious is, we're very gullible in a way, right?
Probably, yeah.
If you look at how the human race has evolved and changed, even over the last 10 years, I would say, right? What is the norm now was looked upon or frowned upon 10 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody has accepted it to be okay, and they did not say it was wrong or unacceptable or unethical, whatever it is. Now, whatever we frowned upon 10 years ago has actually become okay, because we never said it was no. So our subconscious minds have started accepting a lot of crap that's going around the world.
No, I think, yeah.
They said no.
I think you're right. Definitely. No, I was just looking at this mighty long message from somebody. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. Go ahead, read it out.
It's really long. Sometimes this race of becoming a successful person or competing within an organization seems very meaningless, since life is larger than just fitting in a prominent society, running and climbing at the top faster than the weaker, and forget there's a responsibility of looking around and making sure you carry every week The underprivileged competing in the same journey. Wow. Yeah. It's too much information. No. Yeah. What do you think about that, Maha?
Yeah, I'm just reading it. Let me just read it
Yeah,
out.
it's quite long. Yeah, read it out again. Yeah.
Okay. So it's Hassan Yusuf. He says, sometimes this race of becoming, the race, as in like the running race, of becoming a successful person or competing within an organization seems very meaningless. True. Since life is larger than just fitting in a prominent society, running and climbing at the top faster than the weaker, and forget there's a responsibility of looking around and making sure. Okay, so basically what he's trying to say is, as we're getting into that race and we're like, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do this, we have actually forgotten about
what's going the real world, like what's going on, instead of just focusing on what we're doing.
Yes. So it's necessary to keep looking down, keep looking back, keep looking. I'm not saying looking behind, just making sure you're bringing everybody up with you as well. Because what's the purpose, or what are you going to achieve if you reach the tallest mountain and you're just standing there alone? You've left everybody down there. What are you going to do up there alone? How boring.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. I guess reflect, don't get caught up. But that's easier said than done, isn't it? And how do we do that then? Stopping every now and then and looking back, looking around, stopping, I think.
Yeah.
Stopping, finding your place where you can just connect with yourself and just ask yourself some questions, reflect, and then. But it is tough.
Yeah, I think also accept things that are not going right, or that are not as per your regular norms. Sometimes people ask me, they go like, how do you know the difference between what is right and what is wrong? Because what is right for me could be wrong for you, and what is right for you could be wrong for me. How do you tell the difference? Because there's a lot of cultural I would say differences as well, right?
Of course, yeah.
It could be anything, wearing, even if it's like, let's say I live in a culture over here in Canada where drinking and smoking weed is okay. Look at you, laugh at that.
Oh yeah, is it? Yeah. Like it's not illegal or anything.
No, people grow weed in their backyards.
Wow.
With the permission of the government, of course. They need to let them know, right? And they use it for medicinal purposes, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You got to have your permission. So, but then again, half the time they just end up smoking it for the sake of smoking it, which is fine. I mean, that's them. But then can I look at them and go like, can I look at people like you're wrong? Or can I look at people who get drunk and smashed and hammered and go like, you're wrong and you're messed up? I shouldn't, and I can't, because I am. But what I can say is, maybe drinking in a limit would be really good.
Yeah.
Because then I'm telling myself, I'm kind of accepting it. So, because sometimes your saboteurs might even stop you from doing things which might be good for you. Definitely, they always stop you from doing things that are good for you.
Exactly. Yes. But I think, you're not responsible for somebody else. Do you feel like you're responsible for somebody else then sometimes? If somebody's doing something that you think is not good for them.
Right. I just need to take
Yeah. Oh, what's happened? Where have you gone? Hello, everybody.
Oh,
there you are.
Here. Okay.
Oh, it got stuck.
Okay. Comment.
Oh,
he says, man is a social animal, woman is a So you're watching two women talk about a topic. What is dedication?
Of course. Yeah, you keep getting a bit stuck, Maha.
So I guess you, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Sheikh Ahmed. Yes. Yeah, you keep getting stuck. But yeah, I can't hardly see you, to be honest. But
No?
no, it's very, very blurry. Oh, she's gone now. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're back. Yeah, yeah, it went a bit funny. What was I going to say? Yeah, well, I think, like Sheikh Ahmed said, live and let live. I guess I don't know if it's a cultural thing. What? Oh my god, yeah. Or maybe it's character. I have no idea. But like, I couldn't say to anybody. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, unless they ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it would. I guess it would depend what it was, because some things, I guess, like you said, you have this burning desire and you need to tell them. Obviously, there probably are things like that as well, but generally, I tend not to, because I feel like they won't appreciate it. Maybe I'm wrong though. Or maybe because I don't like it. It depends what it is, I think. It depends what it is.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, it depends who it is, what it is, the situation, everything.
True, true.
Because we do need to help each other, but yeah, maybe not people who you don't know very well.
Right. Okay, so I've got this person, sorry. This person says a little bit of cocaine helps better and some Xanax to go to sleep. He's the same person who called women social media animals. I'm not really sure, buddy, what you're doing on our Facebook page, but I would really appreciate if you kind of control your comments, number one.
Yeah.
Meant control your attitude. And if you're interested in staying here, then please behave yourself. Mr. Sayed Shoaib, he is a CEO at a couple of companies. And I'm just thinking, who hired you, buddy? Excuse me. But yeah. So if you have comments to drop in, please make sure you read the comments. You should think before you speak, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, let's respect each other. Yeah.
Yeah, because I do not take this kind of crap on my walls. See, I told you. I just say it on the face. I don't wait.
Yeah, no, that's different. Yeah. No, I understand that. Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. And you must make the choice to take the chance if you really want anything in life to change. I love that. Yes, I think that's true. And that's what I was going to say before when we were talking about like dedication and things. And when I said about getting up in the morning and exercising, it's a decision. It's a decision, isn't it? Because like this morning, I made the decision. It was like, I'm doing it. I'm going for a swim. I make the decision. Whereas some mornings I get up and I can't make the decision. And that's so I'm just thinking, should I go? Should I not? And it's like, just make the decision. Either don't go and relax about it or go. It's when you're in between deciding. That's what I think drives anybody crazy.
True. I agree with you. So if someone can tell us what is dedication to them, maybe Sheikh Ahmed is here. He can say a few things. Sayed Shoaib says, I hired myself. So sorry, I trolled a little bit. Thanks for accepting that you trolled, because we could just sense the trolling coming out of the vibe that you were giving off was just like so terrible, Sayed Shoaib, honestly, that I could sense it all the way here. So stop trolling, start living. That's my new motto. Stop trolling, start living. Simple as that.
You can't expect everyone to have the same dedication as you. Of course not. And that's what I'm saying. Everyone has the right to, do what they got to do. We can only control what we're doing, can't we?
True.
But
the thing is, honestly, yes, you can only control, you can't control what others are doing. But if it's in your space, I think you can.
If it's affecting you, especially.
No, it's not only affecting you personally, but it's, you allow one bad apple in your basket, it is going to ruin the rest of the good apples.
Yeah, I like that metaphor. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Has that happened? Have you been in a situation like that recently where you've had to just say something?
Well, I just did like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, like this. Okay.
So basically, being on
Yes.
social media is a huge responsibility as well, right? We need to remember whatever we say on social media, whatever we do on social media stays forever. Even if you delete it at your end, it stays forever. You go for an interview, right? Before people looking at your LinkedIn, they're going to look at your social media.
Yeah, that's true.
So please kind of like be sure that whatever you're putting up, to the world, you might be thinking, I'm just behind this freaking screen. No one can see me. No one knows me. It will come back.
Yes. You're right.
And then what
Yeah.
happens on my Facebook? It's my home. It's my space.
Yes, that's true.
I own this. And I think, I've been told many a times, hey, just ignore stuff like this. And I just go like, no, I can't, because if I'm not going to allow a stranger walk into my house and start scribbling on the walls, then I'm not going to people like these on my Facebook to start scribbling on it either. Because if I allow one, I'll have 50,000 more.
Yes, you're right. Actually, you're right. You've got to say, you have to, and it's your space, and people need to respect each other.
Yes, it's a free public portal. You can do whatever you want as you want and stuff, but please remember this public portal is under somebody's name. Somebody owns it. So this is my space on my Facebook. I've taken this from them. So anybody who comes in and says stuff, will be asked to leave, because I don't like garbage on the wall, honestly speaking. And I don't throw garbage on other people's walls as well. So if I'm not throwing garbage at yours, don't turn around and throw garbage on mine, because that garbage will be thrown back at you. Simple. So it does trigger me a bit at times,
Yeah. No, I can understand. Yeah. But yes, what is dedication? I'm going to have to go shortly.
Okay.
But we've got another dedication in my books. Comes from passion and your level of focus. How long can you focus on your passion?
Yeah, Sheikh Ahmed actually missed our questions or our discussions that we had before he came in, when we spoke about, are we dedicated to our work because it pays us?
Yes.
Not as dedicated to doing other things, because they don't pay us at all.
Yes. No, I guess he can rewind it at the end, have a look. So you can go for cybercrime, cell reporting, Maha.
That would be too much. I'm not going to call 911 for everything that goes on my Facebook. No.
No, imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
So have you ever been in situations where you just felt that you should have, but you didn't? And then you later thought, why didn't I?
So what, like a regret, you mean?
Yeah.
Something that you should have done. What, any situation?
Any situation. Because your regrets turn into saboteurs, don't they? Also.
Yeah. You're right. I think, like the famous quote is, isn't it? You regret what you don't do, not what you've done. I'm just trying to think. Actually, it's good if I can't think of one, yeah? That's good if I can't think of one.
Perfect.
There probably is one, but I actually can't think of one. Something that I wish I had done, but I didn't do. Wow, that is a good question, actually. I don't think so, I actually... it might come to me. I'll think about it. Do you have one then? Do you have something that you...
Yeah, sometimes. I can't think of one right now.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one.
Yeah. But there are sometimes, like I said, for instance, this one particular today, if I had not said, okay, let's do it in 15 minutes, and you said, let's do it in 15
Mm.
minutes, I probably would have regretted it for a very long time.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. That's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Or you would have said, like, criticized yourself.
Yes. So Sheikh Ahmed's got one. He says, should I have asked her out like all the other times? So
Who?
Sheikh Ahmed, oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he probably has been wanting to ask a lot of people out, but he hasn't because he's just like,
Ah,
okay, yeah.
okay.
Then
Is
Mr.
it too late though? It's never too late.
It's never too late. Exactly. Mr. Sayed, the troll, says dedication is staying on topic, whatever the audience says. Sorry, this is a live session going on. Honestly, one more crap message. What? Simple.
What? Where? Oh, I didn't see that. What was that?
It just goes like dedication is staying on the topic, whatever the audience.
Oh, okay.
So, dude, stop trolling. Honestly, enjoy the live show. All right, because that one more crap that comes out of that site, you will be blocked. I have zero tolerance, as you can see, Jasmine. I have
So
zero.
I would probably no, but I would probably be the same. I think because we're on your live, aren't we? So it's like you've got more responsibility than me. I think when it's your live, it's different. I think it's different because I've had similar situations like that before, and I think because it's more, you feel like it's more about it's an attack on you, not an attack, but it's different when it's yours. Yeah.
Plus you're my guest also, right? And it's so when I have a guest with me, or whether I don't have a guest, but if I have a guest, I have a bigger responsibility to make sure that they feel respected as well. And the people that are coming from my end should respect not only me, but my guests too. Because whatever goes on my wall represents my country, my culture.
Yes. You're right.
It's a
responsibility. It is.
Because you from UK, you from a different, culture. Buddy, Shoaib, honestly, you're giving me a really wrong vibe. Blocked. He's out.
Okay, yeah. I think that's the best thing to do.
He's giving me a very dirty vibe, actually. So
really,
yeah, it's a weird vibe that I'm getting from this.
Yeah.
I don't lose it, right? But I'm actually feeling.
No, you got to just block. That's it. Done.
Yeah. So I blocked him from my Facebook. Sorry, buddy. I just couldn't. It was just too much of negativity that I felt.
No, you don't need that. This is like you said, this is your space.
Yeah, I mean, I've had tons of people say tons of different things, but you feel that vibe when you're like at that, if you can feel the energies, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yes, no, totally. And you've got to trust that. Yeah.
So I mean, so for me, it's like I am, I've been telling, I used to always, this is something that I've been saying for a very long time, that yes, I am a Pakistani. I'm a Pakistani as long as I live in Pakistan. But the minute I step out of Pakistan, the minute I come on social media, the minute I come in front of people, I actually become Pakistan. So I become the
Wow. Really?
Yes. So because of people will look at me, right? They'll know who I am, but they're gonna judge my whole country, my whole nation, the rest of my people based on what I do.
Wow.
And that's what newspapers do too.
Yeah.
Right? There's a murder. The first thing to do is they name the country and they shame the country. It's one person who did something wrong. The whole country gets the blame and shame for it. So for me, it's a responsibility that if I have somebody on my page, especially if they're not from my culture or from my country or from my region, right? I have to make sure that I always put up a good image, the right image of my nation. So Sheikh, wear your Pakistani flag shirt. Yes, I will wear it one day. I have like 3 of those. I have a shirt that has the flag on it. So yeah.
Yeah, no, you've got to do. You're right, and some of the comments were not appropriate, were they? So
Yeah. See, but you didn't say anything, right? That was very kind of you. You didn't say anything because you're probably just thinking, okay, her. But
yeah,
imagine.
because I didn't know your. I don't know. Yeah, I did think when I saw one of them, I was like, that's a bit. But I thought it's not for me to say. I didn't know what. I thought it's up to you. You know.
Oh, you can trust me on this wall. You actually are free to say.
Okay.
So if you ever feel something like right now, I'm like totally off energy wise. I'll get back into it in a bit. But if you feel that there's something wrong, I request everyone to just say it.
Okay. No, you're right. Yeah.
Because I don't want you to sit there thinking, what the hell am I doing on this girl's wall? Like that's crap that people are writing, you know?
Yeah.
That ill feeling, and then it just stops your mind from thinking further because unfortunately that's how it works.
Exactly. Then you get stuck on that. You're right.
Right. So I apologize to everybody and anybody who was watching, and to you, Jasmine, as well, that one particular message that's kind of like distracted us so much.
Yes.
From our main topic. So I do apologize to you on live, but it had to be taken care of. I couldn't have.
No, you're right.
You know. Yeah. So what is dedication? This is what we were discussing. I need to snap out of this. Ali Muhammad, thank you so much, has just messaged saying dedication is a true hard work and love towards something which you are doing.
That's a nice comment. Yeah. That's something you're doing. Yeah, hard work. It's definitely hard work, isn't it? Dedication, I think.
Yes, it is. It is.
So what are you dedicated to?
Are you asking me or asking Ali?
Well, everybody, actually. What are you dedicated to? Tell us in the chat. Because it's nearly
an hour.
Yes. So tell us what are you dedicated to? I'm thinking, what am I dedicated to? I'm dedicated to the coaching. That's what I'm dedicated to right now.
But you could be dedicated to a lot of things, right? Not just one.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And
that's where your degrees of dedication kind of also come in, when you're just dedicated to too many things. And I think it's okay to be dedicated to too many things. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. As long as, I guess, you have balance and, you don't want to overwhelm yourself and do too much, get to your limit. That's not good. But yeah, I think so. And I guess like being dedicated is like, if you're going to do something, do it properly rather than just do it half-heartedly. So I guess I guess for me, I would rather do a few things but be dedicated to them than do lots of things and not really do them properly. You know?
Makes sense.
What do you think?
Yeah, true. Because if you, again, depending on how you can manage your time, you can be dedicated to quite a few things, but not give them the same degree of importance.
Yes.
Depending on the time that you want to spend on them, and then depending on the goals that you have set to achieve them. So, some things you want to achieve in a year, some in 5 years. So the one you want to achieve in 5 years or 10 years, you kind of give them less time, but you give them the same amount of dedication, but it's spread over a couple of years longer than the ones that are your short-term goals.
Yeah. It's about making goals as well, isn't it? Setting goals.
Yeah.
You're right. Having a plan and knowing, plan your dedication then. That's actually quite a good.
Yeah, plan your dedications, because then they will stay with you. Because you know what you said was, if you're doing too much, then you're not dedicated. So if you don't plan your dedications, that means that you'll be wasting a lot of time. Right? So plan them out well.
Yeah. This is good. Yeah, plan your dedication. That's good.
So that you kind of like stick around with it for longer. And that dedication is actually a dedication that has been driven by your passion. And it's, yeah.
No, I think that's a good way. Yeah, no, I think that's good because, yeah, the first question was what's dedication, and now the end is plan your dedication. And I think that's, you got to know what it is, and then you've got to plan it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I like
I
that.
think Finding Flows comment. He says, I'm thinking to dedicate myself to be dedicated to getting a driver's license this year. Good luck.
Yes, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, that's a good one. Great. So guys, let's wrap up. It's been an hour, Nava.
Yes.
And a quick reminder, please don't forget to follow with Nava on her Instagram and on her Facebook page. And yeah.
Yes, great. And we will see you in a couple of weeks with a different topic.
With a different topic, exactly. Ali Muhammad also says, my dedication towards helping people with their tech-related problem.
Oh,
Good
that's good. That's interesting. Yes, that is interesting.
That is interesting. Exactly. So again, we all have a lot of dedications. You know, it can't be just one that you're looking into. But again, the tagline to end this, Nava, is what we've written up here.
Plan. Yes, plan your dedication.
That's important.
So be aware. Yeah, be aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Exactly. So I guess until next time, probably in 2 weeks, not probably, definitely in 2 weeks, we'll see. It is the 2 weeks is, what day is it?
16th.
The 16th. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yes, luckily my friend's, one of her wedding parties is on the 15th of.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh no, this is going to be another challenge for you then.
I'll wake up. So 15th, you know, we'll probably not wrap up till, I don't know, like 2, 3 in the morning, but my Sunday's going to be okay.
Okay, we'll have to think of a very good topic to get you motivated, get us both motivated.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll do that. And so guys, thank you so much for watching. Do follow with Nava on her Facebook page and on Instagram. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the 16th of August.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.